So hey guys, what's up and welcome to another video. So in this video, we will going to create another project, and in this project we will see like how to use Tailwind CSS in your project to make your coding journey more fast and efficient, because it is easier to use Tailwind CSS rather than vanilla CSS. Because in the vanilla CSS you have to write the CSS by yourself, and in Tailwind CSS the classes is written by something else and we just need to uh, add in our HTML. That's it. So that's why it is called the framework of CSS. So before moving to the actual project, let me show you how you can install a Tailwind CSS in your project. So first of all, you need three things. The first is Visual Studio Code. So you need to download this software. If you don't know, then let me tell you what is the Visual Studio. Visual Studio Code is a lightweight software created by the Microsoft, which support almost all languages. Means you can do the coding of all languages in one software. That's why I really like it, and it's highly recommend to all of the new developers. And as an experienced developer, I'm still using it because now it's convenience for me. So the second thing that you need to download is Node.js. So for those who don't know, what is Node.js? Node.js is a compiler which executed the JavaScript at runtime. If you are have some experience in web development, then you know that JavaScript must need an HTML file in order to execute it in the browser. But to overcome this problems, Node.js comes into the game. Node.js execute the JavaScript without any browser, without any HTML file. So simply go to their website and scroll down. So here you can see download Node.js. I have already downloaded, so I will not download it. So do it, and it is easier. You can install it as you install the game. And the third and the most important thing is you need to go to the tailwindcss.com website. So click on the get start. You will see this interface, and make sure you are on the Tailwind CLI section. Okay, so let me go to this place where I wanna create my Tailwind the project and connect with my Tailwind CSS. Okay, so let me open this project with my Visual Studio, and after opening, first and the most important thing that I need to do to bring up my terminal, and inside this I have to type, make sure you have installed the Node.js. Okay, after installing the Node.js, type npm init and hit enter, and hit enter, 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 and enter. Now you can see we have a package.json, and now what you need to do, you need to go to tailwindcss.com as I bring you before, and copy this statement and paste it in your terminal. What this statement will do, this statement will install the Tailwind dependencies in your computer through Node.js. Okay, so your Tailwind CSS installing with Node.js. Now before it is installing, as it is installing, if you focus here, there are two things. First is npm and second is npx. So what does that mean? Why we are not using npm in both places? So first of all, npm stands for Node Package Manager and npx stands for Node Package Execute. So simply let me give you an example to demonstrate the difference between of them, So for example, let's take an example that I want to become a web developer, but I don't have enough budget to buy a laptop to do web development. So there are two ways to bring the laptop. First is I can purchase it, so that I cannot have enough budget to purchase a laptop. So the second way is to rent out. So the second way is to rent it. So if your friend have multiple laptops and his dad is very rich, and you can pay a little bit amount to it to use his laptop, and after your work will get completed you can return his laptop to him. So simply the node in npm and npx is like as same as I tell you in the example. So tailwind is a package, think about it is a laptop, and npm, what the npm will do, npm will download it in our computer globally, but due to shortage of space we don't want to keep it. So npx is like it rented from your friend. We when we use npx we rent this tailwind package from we rent this tailwind package from our friend, and when our work get done we will return it. That's it. So um, benefit its benefit will be we do not have to waste our extra storage for the tailwind css. I hope you got the point. So next step is to copy this npx tailwind init and paste it here and hit enter. npx tailwind init, basically what it is doing, npx tailwind css init is initializing our tailwind css. If you focus on here, like before the tailwind.config.js was not here. So after initializing our tailwind css, the tailwind.config.js is here, and let's move to the next step. Now scroll down and copy this url from here. Make sure you also copy the double quote and paste it here. Okay, that's it. Save it first, and now I want to create my HTML file. So first of all, let me create a folder which I'm gonna name it actual underscore code, and inside the actual code I will create index.html. So inside the index.html, so let me take you to the tailwind.config.js. okay, so what the meaning of this, the highlighted statement, the meaning of highlighted statement is the dot slash src means there is a folder called name src in the project folder, and inside this src folder it could have a, some subfolders. So include all the subfolders in the inside the src folders, and this static means mean is the universal selector. As we discussed before in the previous project lecture, that the inside the css, if you want to select all of the html element, you can use a static which is a universal selector. So static plays as a universal selector role also here. So what it is telling, what the actual meaning of this statement, this means if any file in the folder and subfolder containing this html and js extension, apply the tailwind css on them. I hope you got the point. Okay, so so in my case I don't want to create a src folder, so I will replace the src with the actual code underscore code. Let me save it and move towards our next step. So here you can see, if you focus on here, there it is saying there is an src folder, and inside the src folder we have the input.css file, and inside the input.css file paste these things. Okay, so first of all let me create a src folder, and inside the src folder I'm going to create a input.css, and let me go back to my tailwindcss.com and copy these things and paste it into my input.css. let me save it, and now let's move to our last step. So copy this statement and paste it into your terminal, and the thing that you need to focus, like this tailwind css first take input from this input.css file and give the output in whatever file do you want to show. Okay, so the input.css is correct because you can see like there is an src folder, and inside the src folder we have the input.css file, but I want to change this output file because I don't want to add my output in my src, so I will change the src into actual underscore code, and instead of output I will type styles.css. okay, so let me hit enter. You will see here that a styles.css file created. Okay, let me hit enter, and it is happening, and now you can see this is a styles.css. I wanna add my boilerplate code as we learned in the previous project, and don't forget to link your styles.css inside the HTML. okay, so the name is styles.css, and I want to create a div to check out that my tailwind is working correctly or not. So inside the class attribute I will give the red 400, and its height will be 39, and width will be 10, and I'm going to paste some content like a very quick brown fox. That's it. Let me open this project with a live server. Okay, so the tailwind css is working correctly. So let me add other things to confirm that it is actually working or not. So inside this div I'm going to create another div, and inside this div I will create a class attribute, and inside this class I will add a background color purple, and its opacity will be 800, and its height would be maybe 20, and width will also be 20. Let me save it and go back. Okay, so my live server crashes. Let me close my live server and go start it again. Now you can see we also have a purple, which means our Tailwind CSS is working seamlessly. Okay, so this is our website that we are going to replicate by using just HTML and Tailwind CSS. So see you in the next video. Till then, keep learning and keep hustling. Bye bye. Before moving forward, let me tell you, like if you type here something in the class, like let me create an attribute in this tag, and the attribute will be class, and you can see if I type something like bg red, and I'm getting this suggestions. So how you can get these suggestions also? So go to the extensions tab here. As you can see, extensions is here, click on it and search for Tailwind, and you can see the first one is Tailwind CSS Intelligence. Install this extension and you will get these suggestions also.